Space exploration. Why we need to broaden our horizons. Outer space surrounds our entire civilization, and yet we know almost nothing about it. Many people love space and are firm believers that space will be the savior of the human race. Other people, like the majority of this class, could care less about space. The Planetary Society writes in their article, "Why Space Exploration is Worthwhile." Most people who love space have probably heard the phrase, "We shouldn't waste time on space exploration when there are many problems we need to deal with down here on Earth." This quote backs up my audience analysis in which the majority of you did not want to worry about space. You just wanted to stay here on Earth where you're comfortable. And you wanted to stay here for a multiple of reasons that included safety, losing loved ones, and most importantly, lack of research, which I understand why you guys didn't want to jump into something you didn't know what you were doing. Throughout my speech, I will persuade you the positive aspects of the moon landing, why we need to continue to explore the solar system and beyond, where we can potentially move to, and how to travel farther and more smoothly than we ever have before. So let's start with the moon landing. Space exploration has been around for decades and is mostly known for the moon landing in 1969. The moon landing was a complete success, with NASA and the United States winning the space race. The moon landing played a different role in the lives of the people, however. For the first few months, it was all happy, dancing around because we made it to the moon, and then the people realized what was actually up there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No aliens, no materials, no air, no life. This was a slight hiccup in the world, as people didn't know if they should explore space anymore. W.E. Block says in his book, The Moon, what U.S. astronauts found was a desolate place. But he also said, the defeat did not deter space adventurers, and the defeat surely did not deter the space enthusiasts, as we now have a total of 6 manned missions that have made it onto the moon, and countless other missions survey and go around it. We have realized that space is not only about finding a new place for the humans to live, but also for just exploring and finding out new things about the world around us. The data we have collected from the moon's slight atmosphere and surface have given us many physics and chemistry advancements, along with the drive to keep digging and see what else is out there. But that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? What else is out there? Let's talk about why we need to explore the solar system and someday, maybe even beyond it. People are not invested in space. In my audience analysis, I asked on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you all were interested in space. One person, I think, lied and answered 10, that they were very interested, and over 3/4 of the class answered from 1 to 5, meaning you guys do not care. Most people are too attached to the Earth and will not risk leaving anything here, but a multitude of people in the world have actually volunteered to explore already. Earth will not last forever. It's as simple as that. We have a rapidly increasing population, and we do not have enough resources to sustain the people. Frank Rhodes states in his article, The Finite Planet, Earth's resources are as finite as its form. That is true of renewable resources like the atmosphere and hydrosphere, as well as non-renewable resources such as oil, gas, coal, and metals. He also adds facts in his article defining how long we truly have. At our rate of growth, we have just 50 years until the oil and earth runs out completely. Gone. Natural gas and coal follow close behind with just over 100 years of resources left. Renewable energy such as wind turbines, solar panels, and hydroelectric dams make up just 7% of today's produced electricity. That means when our resources run out, we have to come up with 93% of our electricity and energy just out of nowhere. If we don't figure out something soon, it will be a mass extinction unless we find more resources or move to another planet in the next 100 years. But where could we go? In the Washington Post's article, Humans Will Colonize the Solar System, they write, I can't prove that the multiple planet species will survive, but I can prove from our own geological record that single planet species do not. Humans have adapted and overcame a lot, but a lot can still happen. The dinosaurs are an example, and we should use that. Whether it's a meteor or earthquakes, however you believe about the dinosaurs, anything could happen at any moment, and we have no guaranteed time here. 2 colonies gives us better odds of survival, and space exploration is key to finding a spot for the second colony. But where would we go? The first option, and most important in today's age, is Mars. The red planet has past signs of water, along with minerals in the soil and adequate temperatures for humans to live. It is the only place remotely within range of our technology today where we could go. In Richard Tutton's article, The Case of Mars 1, he says, "I focus on the case of Mars 1, which is an initiative that aims to establish human settlement on Mars in the 2020s. Being that we're already in the 2020s, this case might be set a little bit back now, but it's the goal behind it that truly matters. So the case of Mars 1 not only is a mission, but it is a group of engineers and researchers and scientists that are all backing one common mission to populate Mars and extend the human race. They also want to improve human thinking and reasoning in the process when they get there, starting a secondary colony. In order for their mission to succeed, however, and for future missions to go farther into space, we need to advance our technology, and the most important thing we need to advance is our water. Water is one of the most important necessities for life, and unfortunately, there aren't drinking fountains in space. Well, kind of. In the article, Water and Microbial Monitoring Technologies Towards the Near Future of Space Exploration, the author Stefano Amalfitano says, in the near future, the spacecraft water monitoring systems will require technological advances to promptly identify and counteract contingent events of waterborne and microbial contamination. Now that's a mouthful, but let me explain it a little bit. So with this quote, he's inferring to the new scientific idea of capturing space ice, bringing it into our ships, melting it, and decontaminating it so we can use it on our journeys. But the contamination in space is so far beyond anything we have ever seen, we'll need artificial intelligence to analyze the water and understand what's in it so it's not harmful to us to drink. This will help us travel as far as we need in order to find a new home, or just for the time being, to gather minerals and resources that we need and bring them to Earth for us to use. In my speech, I covered the positive aspects of the moon landing, how it increased drive to explore. I gave multiple reasons to explore. I gave one great example of where we should go, and I gave an example of one piece of good technology that we can use to travel farther. I hope through my presentation of data, I have persuaded you that we need space to survive. Whether it's for resources or just a new home, Earth will not last forever. So reach for the stars. The possibilities are infinite. Thank you.